What's up, everybody? Joe White here, and a little bit of a different video today. I have the old logo on the screen right now, and for those who have been following Cracker Barrel, you know what's going on here. And there's a lot of people not happy about it. There's a lot of people not happy about it. I'm one of them. Cracker Barrel, for those who don't know, because a lot of places out west and up north don't have Cracker Barrel. It used to be, it's Cracker Barrel's, it's called Cracker Barrel Old Country Store. And it is an old country store because back in the days, you used to find little country stores that had like a little mini restaurant in them, or a full blown restaurant if you're lucky. And then they would sell stuff like quilts and stuff that you needed for your house and, knickknacks and clothes and stuff like that. Um, if you've ever seen the movie Where the Crawdads Sing, the little store that she goes into to buy her groceries and stuff, picture something that looks like that, only with a restaurant beside it, you know? And that was what a old country store used to be. So Cracker Barrel took that, and in this, in the 70s when they were or 60s, I don't know when exactly they were founded. The point of this video is they haven't changed their logo since 1977, almost 50 years. And the old saying is, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Come on, Cracker Barrel. Anyway, we'll get into that in a second. Cracker Barrel is a place where you can go and get some good old Southern cooking, okay? Now, here lately, since the pandemic, they started serving alcohol, which I could take or leave. Sorry, guys, I'm rolling through Greensboro, North Carolina today, and these idiots don't know how to drive over here. Anyway, um, so you could go into a Cracker Barrel, and the primary reason that you went to Cracker Barrel was to eat. The majority of the building is a restaurant with wooden chairs and wooden tables, and in the wintertime, they'd have a fire going. You know, those fireside tables filled up quick. And you could then go into the country store later and get yourself some candy, get yourself some soda, get yourself some yard stuff. You can get vinyl records, country music records, gospel records. They were always playing gospel music in there. I could take or leave the gospel music. I really am not a fan of it, but it reminded you of down home, you know? Reminded you of down home. Now, granted, you didn't ever really buy anything from the store because the stuff is expensive, okay? It's expensive. And I think if Cracker Barrel would lower their prices on some stuff, they'd be a lot better off. And if you just so happen to be able to go in there and get some stuff at a good discount, well, it's good stuff. It's good stuff. Um. Anyway, on their menu they have, that's no one honking the horn at me. That's my lane assist for the side radar. Anyway, you can go in there and get you some good old Southern cooking. The primary thing that people always brag about, which I think are overrated, are the chicken and dumplings, because I didn't grow up with flat dumplings. I grew up with nice puffy round dumplings. Their fried chicken is good. Their fish. It's one of the few restaurants besides seafood restaurants that I actually trust fish from. Their lemon pepper trout is amazing. Um, you could go in there and get breakfast all day long. You still can. Since COVID, they've scaled the menu back, obviously. But now Cracker Barrel, their aesthetic when you walked in the store is all wooden motifs, and they had like old, like when you walked in there now. Granted, the stuff isn't old; it's reproduction to make it look old. But they had old signs for like um, Cert's breath mints and old school like white lily flower, stuff like that. They had like random tools hanging up on the wall. I'll try to include a couple pictures for you. If not, go look it up. Well, here lately, within the last year, starting in a few test markets over here in Tennessee, like I'm passing a Cracker Barrel board right here, right now. And it just says it's 8 o'clock somewhere. Who's getting up and eating breakfast at 8? Get up and eat breakfast at 6 or 7. Anyway, bad marketing, man. This marketing is all wrong. And that leads me to what I was getting into, is that now they've changed the decor. When you go in there now, it looks like you're in the middle of the goddamn Pioneer Woman's kitchen. It's wrong. It's all wrong. Or not Pioneer Woman. What's that other one? Girl Meets Farm with the little Latino girl who actually can cook. But it's wrong. It's all blue and white and gray instead of the traditional brown and wooden color. Now they have booths. They have booths at the Cracker Barrel. That's what? This isn't the IHOP, folks. This isn't Denny's. This isn't Waffle House even. You went to Cracker Barrel when you wanted some good, wholesome food, wanted to spend a little money, but you didn't want to go to like a trashy Applebee's. You went to the Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel is a place you go to on road trips. A vacation is never, ever complete without at least one visit to the Cracker Barrel. And now they've gone through a logo change. The billboard that I just passed has the new logo on it. And I'm going to put it up on the screen for you right now. What is that? What is that? Not only they've taken the old country store out of it, but now they've taken the Cracker and the Barrel. Cracker meaning the white guy. This is just another case of a company going woke and a company rebranding itself, because heaven forbid we should have an old country cracker, an old honky, an old country bumpkin on our damn on our shit. You see a lot of crackers at the Cracker Barrel. I'll just say that. You don't see too many brothers at the Cracker Barrel. I mean, there's a famous video of a white guy taking his black friend to the Cracker Barrel. And he's like, I'm taking a brother to the Cracker Barrel. And he's sitting there and he looks around at all the white people and he looks at this friend and goes, yeah, there's a lot of crackers in here. So even the brothers are having fun with the Cracker Barrel. And I don't mind. I'll call it a Cracker Barrel for a reason. There's a lot of white people. There's a lot of crackers in it. I can say that. Why? I'm a cracker. Come on. Come on. So no, we can't have the old country bumpkin on the board no more. We can't have the old hillbilly on the damn thing anymore. And primarily because they think it'll tarnish their image. They're trying to get away from the hillbilly motif. They're trying to get a rebranding. There ain't nothing wrong with it. It's not the rebranding that's your problem, guys. It's not the marketing. It's the fact that your prices have gotten a little bit high, and the food quality, while the food is still good, it's not what it was pre-pandemic. Put your full menu back on there for breakfast. Stop serving alcohol. Nobody buys it anyway. When you go to the Cracker Barrel, you don't want to drink. It's not that kind of place. Take your alcohol off the menu. Lower the prices of some of the stuff in your stores. Have it get to where it was pre-pandemic. And you'll be fine. I get it. All prices are up. I totally get it. But you took the Cracker and the Barrel out of Cracker Barrel. And now it's just, they went from come on in to sit a spell, get some good old country cooking, to just come to our basic bitch restaurant. That's what it is. That's the name of this video. Cracker Barrel has gone basic bitch. Cracker Barrel has gone basic. Cracker Barrel has gone woke. Maybe that'll be the title. Which one do you think will draw? Well, by the time you see this, the title will already be there. But they've changed their logo. The billboard I passed just has the new logo on it. I hate it. Give us the Cracker and the Barrel. If you want to take away the old country store part of the logo or the name, I'm fine with that. My 16-year-old son is the one that alerted me to this. He goes, "Dad, they've changed. They took the old man in the barrel. They took the cracker in the barrel." And he goes, his biggest thing was they're not even calling it Old Country Store anymore. And the rebranding on the inside. I'll try to show a couple pictures of it now. Or go look it up. It's big news. It has been big news for the last year. They've they've lost it. It's brighter now. When you went into those old country stores back in the day, it was very dimly lit because half of them didn't have air conditioning and they wanted to save on their power bill. These are days when you had to go to the White House, the ice house, to get your ice for your refrigerators. For those who don't know, old school refrigerators, you had a pan in the bottom of them, and you went down to the ice house and got a 25 to 50-pound block, huge cube of ice, and you put it in that pan, and that's how you kept your food cold. Sometimes the ice houses would have old country stores in them. So, can we put the cracker and the barrel back in the Cracker Barrel, please? Please? Even if you want to put an old black farmer next to them. Oh, God, don't do that. Don't do that. We know the jokes that'll happen then. Oh, God, heaven forbid. Heaven forbid we should do inclusion. But no, then the inclusion's racist. Then they'll say, no, that's a slave on the logo. You watch. If that's why, okay, that's why they didn't add the black guy. There you go. There you go. They'd be trying to say it's a white man and his slave on the Cracker Barrel logo. Oh, oh God. Oh, Lord. Oh, God. I miss the 90s, the late 90s, early 2000s. I miss the days before social media, like when all we have is MySpace. I know people are going to be like, all right, boomer. I'm not a boomer. I was born in 85, but I was not raised like a millennial. I was raised with respect. I was raised to you don't have an opinion till you're 18. I was raised where in the time where children were not to speak unless they were spoken to. You know? Manners. Anyway, what do you guys think? Should they put the cracker and the barrel back in the Cracker Barrel? I'm not joking. I know I come off as ha funny and Cracker Barrel, but no. This is another chapter in the world gone woke. Because that's why they were like, how about I guarantee you, how about we add a woman onto the logo? Well, no, we can't do that because we got to make her look old country. And that means she's got to wear a big long dress. And then all the feminists are going to get hot. Why's the woman got to be wearing a dress? Well, how about we put a black man on here? No, we can't do that because then they're going to say he's a slave. Well, I got it. Well, why can't we leave the old country store? Oh, because the old country store reminds you of slave times. God. So now we got to take away the cracker. We got to take away the barrel. We got to take away the old country store. And now we get an old, like, drab, yellow, boring logo with just Cracker Barrel on it. Surprised they didn't take away the Cracker Barrel name. I'm just surprised they didn't call it, Southern Cooking R Us. Or just rename the damn store Chicken and Dumplings, because that's what everybody goes there for anyway. Again, they're overrated. Anyway, I've ranted on long enough. These marketing guys, man. This is what happens when you let, kids 39 and younger do this kind of thing. Put the cracker back in the barrel. Come on. Come on. We'll see you down the road.